afternoon. For some of you don't know me, I'm Martha.
I'm Martha.
I'm Marilyn's gatekeeper, and I recognize a few familiar faces in here today. But there's a lot of people I don't recognize. I just want to welcome you all and tell you how great this is all. I just love being able to talk to people. It's just such fun to be able to talk to you people, and thanks for coming.
Thank you for coming.
Here, Martha.
Well, I know you're all here for a very important time, so I'm not going to waste your time any, but I'm so glad you're all here, and have a good time.
Thanks, Martha.
I'll tell Johnny that she's ready. Good afternoon.
Hi, John.
I'm John the Divine, and I would like to welcome all of you that are here today. It is so nice to see such a room full of spirit-minded people. This is a very lovely occasion. I want to thank you all for coming and knowing that you're such seekers on the journey of spiritual growth, and I applaud you. You have great courage to have come as far as you have on your journeys to be in this room today. You are well loved, and I think you people know that, how much love there is for you is limitless, and that you are part of that love. You are part of that spirit, and that light that shines within you is also the light that shines in everyone that is on earth, ever was and will be, are all connected by that spirit and light and love, and that you are one, and this class is about that. So we are hoping to help you along your path a little further and help you to clean out anything that's still a blockage to that light and love shining beyond who you truly are. That essence can actually move out, and so others can see your light. I know Marilyn gave you a little light today, and that one they can see, but we want them to also see the light in you, and to know that you are the light of God, and that you are a creator with God. And this ability is growing and growing in your growth as you continue to proceed down this spiritual path. I commend you for all your hard efforts, and I hope that you have a happy, successful experience this afternoon. We are going to help you to clean out your chakras. I would like you to just close your eyes so that you aren't distracted. It's not that you have to if you rather not, but if you close your eyes, it's easier for some people to look inward and be more focused on what's inside. Some of you might even be able to connect with your chakras as we go through them, and so that you can actually experience some of the changes. You might have enough sensitivity to feel your chakras changing to being clear and open and functioning in a healthier way. So at this time we would like you to focus on your base root chakra. It's at the base of your spine, and it probably is not totally cleaned out, or you wouldn't probably be in this room. So there's still something there that's difficult, and maybe a little more difficult to heal than what you've been able to do on your own. So hopefully this clearing today will be the assistance that might just spur you on a little more than what you maybe could do on your own. As you look at your first chakra, notice that it's a reddish red, but it's got a lot of dark murky red in there too that still needs to be cleansed out. And this dark red, grayish red, almost blackish in some places, it's just very dirty in some areas of your life, your emotional life. The energy is blocked from being able to shine and appropriately function. And to understand, the base chakra is the one that holds your superstition and your family traditions, those things you were raised with that are been your foundation of your life. And to find out that you have been told things that were not accurate, the churches you were taken to for Sunday school, you've been given a lot of misunderstandings, half-truths, in some cases barefaced lies, because that's how they kept you in control. There's a lot of superstition out in the world, and people will actually buy into it, and sometimes make that the basis of their lives. So all those things that have been foundational in your life is probably being turned upside down, sorted out, released, and needing to be let go so that the healthy part can come in and replace it. So as you look at that first chakra at the base of your spine, you will notice there are cords attached. Every time you have a friendship out of neediness, out of lack of, or you're using that person to make you so that you feel like you're okay, that you can't do it alone, so you need a friend. You need a person to provide for you because you can't seem to do it yourself. You're looking out to others, and every time you have these friendships, you have a cord attached. Some of them might be nicer cords than others, but I would like you to think for a minute of who has been so strong in your life, you've been so strongly attached to, that it's been definitely a rock of Gibraltar to you, because you need to learn to stand in your own true essence of who you are. So all those cords need to be released. So I'm going to give you a moment to separate those cords away from your chakra. I do not suggest that you use a knife or scissors, because that is not an appropriate way. I would suggest that you try to think of them like you're screwing a garden hose to the water faucet. Just unscrew it away from your chakra and let it go off into the essence. So I'll give you a moment to identify any relationships that have been very fundamental, or the basis of how you've been able to continue to move through your life, that you've relied on because you couldn't walk on your own 2 feet, so to speak, and they need to be released. And we also want to look at the attachments that you might have of negative dark energy that has clung to you, found you through times when you had deep distress or grief, or times when you were exhilarated, when your extremes, you were out of being rational, times when you were in places where entities hang out, such as places of drinking, and they attached to you and changed your personality. And release that negative energy. If you don't feel these things, wonderful, then you have not to worry. And now as you look down at your chakra, it should be less heavy, less uncomfortable. And you can look at that reddish color and start to shine the white light of Christ through the chakra, such as you might put a flashlight behind a piece of paper. See this light coming through to cleanse it. Shining the white light on the chakra until it becomes a beautiful, brilliant, vibrant red, such as a beautiful red rose in the sunlight. Seeing all the darkness dissipate with the light. And I want you to seal that chakra in its true color and function, so that it is now providing for you. God's foundation is there for you. And those other misinformations of information, emotional negativity that has caused you to stay hooked in areas that are keeping you from moving forward have been released. anything that has been of substantial basis in your life that you were using but you were scared to move out of, to take that leap of faith, you can release it all. So now God is the foundation of your life and is now the basis for your decisions. And you are free to have your own ideas, your own life, and your own experience, rather than what other people told you you had to do. You might have felt a little shift in energy as you are cleaning out that old and shining the light through it until it is a beautiful, beautiful red. And you can see the red shining and functioning and glowing and glittering with great luminescence. The colors in the fifth dimension have a shiny, sparkly effect to them. So as you're bringing them out of the darkness of the denser energy, they should just brighten up like a light bulb with sparkly glitter, you might say, all around them. Moving into the second chakra, as you secure the first chakra is now sealed in its healthiness. The second chakra is there for relationships and creativity. Many relationships are based in need. Many relationships are based in lack of money, lack of fun, lack of being able, so intimidated you can't go do it by yourself, and so you won't do it at all because you have to have someone with you. Whatever your lack of that has stopped relationships from actually being the wonderful blessings they can be for you, that you have used somebody to make you to feel validated, loved, because you haven't been able to validate and love yourself. You can now see those dark energies on your second chakra, which is just above the first. And around that chakra again will be cords that are connected to people and relationships, and they don't have to be just necessarily awful relationships. They can be also good ones, but the truth is you cannot be attached and connected to any other energy. You need to be free to be yourself. So all relationship cords need to be removed, and I will give you this time to do it. And to see if there are any strings of attachment from dark entities that might be causing some medical problems. Personality dysfunction that you don't know where it's coming from, but why do you keep doing this? Behavioral things that are getting in your way, and you say, that's not what I tried to do, but it happened. It's just like Marilyn one day got a speeding ticket. She had an entity attached to her that put the foot to the metal, and she got caught. And it wasn't because she was trying to speed. So release all those entities. And now it's time to see that beautiful orange in that chakra start to brighten up and come alive, because the white light of the Christ light is now shining through that chakra to heal and dispel all the old negative dense energy. All the attachments are being removed, and the entities that are hung on for various reasons are now dispelled in the light. Looking at how beautiful the orange is, how gorgeous and sparkly it is, how clean it is, and how freeing it is not to be weighed down in relationships of any kind. With God, there is no weight. Beautiful orange, sparkling, shiny, bright, glowing, luminous, iridescent orange. And fix that. Seal it in its beauty. Clean and functioning, like it was just brand new. Moving up to your third chakra, we come to the solar plexus. A murky, ugly, dirty yellow. It's the chakra of your personal power, where the fear has had a lot to do with your life because you had not the courage to stand up when you needed to. Where you were not able to take on responsibilities out of your inadequacy. Look at the attachments you have made to other people to compensate for that. It is time to remove those attachments to those people that were part of your relationship to overcome and compensate for your lack of courage. Maybe you let George do it and you just stayed in the background. And it is time to undo any entities that are attached to you. Dark energies that are obstructing your health, causing your illness or difficulties that you seem to have trouble overcoming no matter what you do. And as you see that yellow, murky, ugly, pukey yellow turning into a gorgeous, brilliant, shiny, beautiful yellow that is just glowing with the white light of Christ shining through it, cleansing out the darkness, the density, the low energies that have been stopping you, sabotaging you from being that really true, courageous woman or man that you are. To be able to stand up with all your intensity and integrity and say, this is who I am and this is what I'm about. And to go out there and no longer be victimized because you know you don't have to be in effect and react to other fears and illusion. You can stand in the light of God. You can be the God of your life, the master of your life. You can move forward with strength and trust, confidence, and self-esteem. Watching that light shine through the yellow until it just gets so effervescent and so sparkly. It is just gorgeous. Not of this domain, not of this level of consciousness, but it is a yellow that is absolutely beautiful. Just like a sun shining. It is so great and clean and clear now. And seal that. Hold it in your image as clean and in perfect working condition. And now we're moving up into the heart chakra, where you see green in the chakra and a pink edge to it. And it can be filled with light of God, or it can have no light at all, which I heard you hear earlier was actually evil, when there is no light. Open up that chakra so it can have more and more light, more and more love, less and less ego, and more of God. As you're opening up your chakra to see that beautiful green and that beautiful pink surrounding it, let the darkness that's covered it start to leave. The dense dark energy where the light could not shine starts to dissipate in the sunlight of God. And as you've had relationships that were loving or not so loving, it's time to release those relationships. And if you have any dark energies that are connected to your fourth chakra, it is time to release those. Any chakras that seem to have a lingering hatred or self-loathing, self-condemnation, criticism to yourself, let those dissipate and leave. Release them. And it's time to shine the white Christ light through your chakra to continue dissipating all the dark energy that still wasn't open to the God consciousness of who you are. Notice how gorgeous your chakra is. It's just brightening up like a comet. It is just getting bright as can be as you let the love surface, and as it dissipates the darkness, the love can just generate, grow inside your heart to fill it completely. No room for any darkness, no room for any dense energy to block and obliterate it anymore. It's gone. It's dissolved. It's disappeared. And you love this feeling. It feels so good to have a whole heart of love. It feels so good. I want you to let that love spill out into your whole body. I want you to let that love go into your lungs, and you're breathing love. Let it fill your arms and your legs and every cell of your body, and it goes from your head to your toe, and you are being filled with the love of God. You cannot be sick if you are filled with love. You cannot have aches and pains. You are not at dis-ease. You are not out of harmony or balance if you are filled with love. Let it feel so good. As that white Christ light cleans out all the parts that aren't pure and clear. And the color is just as bright and brilliant and shining as possible. And it is filling you from head to toe. The energy is moving. You can feel energy in the lower part of your body moving. It's flowing like it was intended to flow. Seal that. See it complete and functioning like it was intended to be. Moving up into your throat chakra, a blue chakra, which is very dirty, dark, blackish areas where you have not spoken the truth, where you have been too shy to speak up and really say what you thought. really have an opinion that was valuable, but you couldn't open your throat because what would people say? How would they judge you? How would they criticize you if you really told them what was going on with you? You have to look so good you keep your throat shut down. You don't say your truth. Your throat bothers you because you have not opened your chakra completely to be truthful about all parts of yourself. And if you are having communication with other people, you have relationships with them, and those people that you communicate have a cord attached to that chakra. Maybe it is a healthy relationship of communication, maybe it isn't. But all those cords still need to be released, because in oneness you cannot have relationships with others. You are all one. So we're releasing all relationships to become one with God. We have to detach from everything outside of us. So releasing all relationships in your communicative skills with those that you associate with. We'll give you a minute. And now you do not have to be afraid to say what is in your heart, because you have now a healthy third chakra. You do not have to be afraid to speak up. You do not have to say or protect yourself in your relationship communications, because you now have a healthy second relationship. Pardon me, my tongue is getting twisted. You have a healthy second chakra for relationships. You can now say your truth in your relationships. And in your fourth chakra now being open, your fifth chakra, I mean, it's necessary to be able to share the truth of the foundation of your life, where it comes from. What is the truth about that? Not what you were taught with your belief systems, but what is the truth? You can express yourself fully and completely and easily as your chakra in your throat opens. And it feels so good to finally be honest about who you are. Releasing any dark energy that has clung to you and stopped you from being able to express your feelings. Or has suppressed your emotions, and so you have not been in touch with them. And the white light of Christ is shining through your throat chakra, and the blue is starting to come to life. It's becoming brighter and bluer and cleaner, and it's gorgeous. Your throat chakra is opening up to the truth of who you really are, all parts of your being. No longer in denial, but able to say that yes, this has been a problem for me and I do need to heal it. This has been something I've been afraid to talk about. And now you can. No more secrets. They can finally be shed and released into the light of God. They don't have to have power over you anymore as you express your secrets and share them in trusted, safe ways. You are free of them. It feels so good as the blue is eliminating and becoming more luminescent and effervescent and sparkly. That blue is becoming so gorgeous and beautiful as the white light is dissipating the darkness. See that beautiful chakra functioning, vibrating with God's energy. Hold it and seal it in its beauty and function. Moving up into the head chakra, the crown chakra, which is truly your sixth chakra. The violet chakra, or sometimes people see it as a white or gold chakra, has been closed or not completely opened. And it is time to say, I am truly, truly choosing my oneness with God. And I want that chakra to open up to the God's love and grace and fill me with His mercy. Fill me with His generosity, His unending prosperity and abundance, and the joy and the bliss that is truly mine through my birthright. And any strings or relationships that have stopped your spiritual growth or not assisted your spiritual growth in very kind ways, but sabotaged in various ways of snide comments, whatever. Release those relationships. There shall be no other gods before me. Anything that you have made a god, you put on a pedestal, a guru, a book, a belief, any person, place, or thing that you wouldn't leave home without it. Release those relationships. I'll give you a moment. Any entities that are attached and have been interfering with your God connection. Maybe you weren't aware of it, maybe it wasn't something that was real obvious, but you just had trouble meditating, you just had trouble reading certain books that you knew were good for you. You had trouble going to certain places that you knew would help you grow, and it just seemed like you couldn't do that. You shied away from it for some reason, and yet you knew it would be a smart thing to do. Just release all that energy, that negative energy that would interfere with your oneness with God. And see that white Christ light shine through your sixth chakra, bringing it into the whitest of whites, glowing, glowing, like a neon light is glowing, even more effervescent, more shiny, more sparkly than you can imagine. Spreading out from your head as it's reaching out, connecting to that higher energy source that is your sustenance. Without that sustenance, your body cannot function appropriately. The more you open up to it, the healthier you will be. The white light of Christ is glowing through your sixth chakra, and it is glorious. see yourself filled with that white light from head to toe. And it feels so good. See it, feel it, claim it, and know it is yours forever and always has been and never will fade away, because you are part of eternity. You are part of that spirit, the Alpha and the Omega. It is your lifeline. It is your true lifeline. Seal it and hold it in its functioning of its true purpose. And now move on to your third eye. And see that indigo blue, practically black, very dark with dark energy, making it difficult to be, as we say, psychic, or higher connections with higher consciousness. Your connection with those on the other side. Sensing and seeing your angels, your guides, your masters. That spiritual sight. Becoming of one eye. And that blue is starting to dissipate into the beautiful blue of indigo purple that is very gorgeous. And you are seeing the connections that were hindrances to its functioning. Any relationship that would prohibit or impede that psychic spiritual sight, remove any cords. I would also like to suggest, if you have anything in your house that is not of God or of the highest and truest and best for your well-being, to remove it from your home. It would be just another energy source to impede this third eye from opening. Any dark energy that's attached to your third eye, which has been definitely there to obstruct your continuing spiritual growth into seeing beyond the five senses. Remove that dark energy. And watch the white light of the Christ shine through that that seventh chakra. And just make it become brilliant. The brightest indigo that you can imagine, sparkly, twinkly like a star, just brilliantly effervescent, opening up with the clear, so clear you can see through it, because you are obliterating all the dark energy that obscured it. Your chakras are becoming transparent. The lights and the colors have become clear, so they can function and operate right. And as that bright light of the Christ Spirit is cleaning out your third eye, you will find yourself having new experiences, new feelings, new understandings. Words will jump off the page and you'll say, I get it. New doors will be opening into a new world. I want you to seal that in its functioning optimum ability. Hold on to it. Claim it. And now you are sitting in the grace of God. Feel the grace of God from head to toe, filling every cell of your body, cleansing every atom in your structure. Washing away every dark energy that might be left as it's being replaced with the most beautiful light and love of who you are. Anytime you choose, you can come back to this experience, these feelings, emotional joys. Find this peace and serenity anytime you choose to revisit this wonderful place of being one with God, where all is dispelled except your connection to Spirit. I want to commend you all for moving into a higher consciousness, of which there are still many levels to go. And I wish you well on your journey. May God bless everyone in this room, be with you all, protecting you and providing for you in every way you need. Remember, His unconditional love is who you are too. Pass it on to others, that they may see in you the light of God. Feel the warmth and love that you send out from your being loved by your higher power, God, and helping to bring the earth into that new consciousness that it's moving into. By raising your consciousness, you are changing the world. You are to be commended. You do not realize that 3 souls wanted to come to earth to be part of this project of raising the consciousness of earth, and you were the one chosen. You were one out of 3 that was selected. Honor yourself. Be good to yourself. Know how valuable you are. Know that you are a chosen child of God, and you came for a purpose, and you're following your path. You're on track. You are doing a marvelous job with not only your own development, but for the good of human consciousness. You are a very important person. You are a VIP. There is no one like you. No one ever will be like you. You are unique in your contribution. Without you, it would not be a whole spirit. I leave you with blessings and much, much love. And so it is. hope that you had fun too. It's not what you maybe call fun, but it's fun in a spiritual way. So take home your joy and enjoy, and just know that that's what you're about. You're a joyful person. So take care and have lots of fun, and don't forget the joy. See you next time. Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.